My name is Mark Gatza, and I am co-chair of the Bishop's Transition Committee, along with Alma Bell, whom you will meet in subsequent videos. I am coming to you from the sanctuary of Emmanuel Church in Bel Air, Hartford County, where I serve as rector. The process of electing, consecrating, and seating a new bishop is the responsibility of the Standing Committee of the diocese. This body of 4 lay and 4 clergy members, each elected at our diocesan conventions, has a variety of duties, but this is probably the most important. And the Standing Committee typically shares that responsibility with other committees to assist them in this process. When Bishop Sutton announced his intention to resign his position as diocesan bishop, the Standing Committee appointed a search committee to prepare a slate of suitable candidates. That process is complete. The candidates have been announced, and the continuing work that will lead to the 15th Bishop of Maryland is now in the hands of the Transition Committee. We are charged with introducing the candidates to the Diocese of Maryland and introducing our lay and clergy members from all of our various congregations and ministries to the candidates. We are organizing the 4 opportunities to meet and greet the candidates in locations around the diocese and offering a variety of video material to supplement these live meetings, in addition to the material that you will find documenting the process on the Bishop Search webpage. These are intended for a broad audience, not just the clergy and lay delegates who will elect the new bishop in March. We will provide shepherds to walk with each candidate along the way to provide logistical, moral, and pastoral support in what can be a challenging moment of discernment. Following the election, the Transition Committee will continue to work with the bishop-elect to assist the presiding bishop's office in planning the consecration in September at Washington's National Cathedral. The charge to the Transition Committee, which you can read on the Bishop Search webpage, extends beyond the consecration in September. It includes the actual seating of the new bishop in the spring of 2024. That is the service at which Bishop Sutton passes on his authority as Bishop Ordinary of Maryland to his successor. Let me address some of the terminology that accompanies this long process. The bishop in charge of a diocese is called an ordinary, since she or he is to provide the order and structure for the ministries that happen in what can be a large and diverse geographic or demographic area. Normally, we simply refer to this person as our bishop or our diocesan bishop. A suffragan bishop is elected by a diocese to serve with the ordinary. The word suffragan has its root meaning in the notion of praying with the diocesan bishop. Morning and evening prayer from our prayer book each includes suffrages following the Lord's Prayer. Most recently, John Rabb served as our suffragan bishop, and longtime Maryland churchgoers may remember Charlie Longest, who was our suffragan in the early 1990s. A diocesan bishop may also call a previously consecrated bishop to serve as an assistant or an assisting bishop. These are often retired from other dioceses and in some cases serve on a part-time basis. Bishop Eloff is currently serving as our assisting bishop, and there have been a half dozen others in the last 30 years. Finally, a bishop coadjutor, which we will be electing this March, is elected to serve alongside the bishop ordinary for a period of time and then succeed her or him at their retirement or resignation. Long ago, this might have been for several years, but recent experience in the Episcopal Church suggests that the bishops will serve together for something between months and a year or so. The title coadjutor is meant to convey a strong sense of cooperation between the incoming and outgoing bishops during the transition. That said, one of my parishioners recently prayed at a Sunday service for the candidates for Bishop Coadjutor, a term that still makes me smile. The material you will find on this webpage comes from a variety of sources. Some of the videos were produced for the recent General Convention of the Episcopal Church, held last summer in Baltimore. Some were created by congregations or regions or particular ministries. And finally, some were created as a way of introducing Carrie, Alyssa, Greg, and Randy to our diocese in a more fulsome manner than the brief introductions you may have already seen. The election of a bishop is, at the heart of it, a process of discernment. The prayer of the Transition Committee is that we can provide enough information to all who are involved, candidates and those voting alike, that the candidate who is elected can begin their term of leadership with full confidence that God has called them to this new ministry. Please take time to read, watch, and reflect on the material you find on this page and on the Bishop Search page. And please keep our candidates and our diocese firmly in your prayers. Thank you.